Hi, I'm Kate.
And I'm Rachel.
And I'm Hannah.
And this is Feast.
Sheath.
And Shatter.
Is it hot in here or is it just me tuning in to hear these three chatting about fantasy novels of the spicy variety? Not your average book club, if you know what I mean. Are you happy to see us? Or is that a dagger? It's Feast, Sheath, Shatter. It's Feast, Sheath, Shatter.
So do you guys want to guess how many times the word feast is said in the book A Court of Silver Flames?
Are we including the word feasted?
It's just if it shows up as feast, like the either or, it is counted
69 times.
Greater than 100.
It's actually only 5.
Oh, wow.
What?
Yeah.
No.
On this book, it's only
Oh.
5.
There was
That's
a good deal
wild.
of feasting that happened.
I
for
felt like
Yeah.
he feasted upon her.
Cassian's an eater.
He's an
Yeah.
eater.
He's an eater. 100%.
Yeah.
What do you guys think for Sheath? And that was sheath or sheathed. Both of those words count.
10.
50.
11. Great job.
Good
Thanks.
job, Rach.
Close without going over. Wow. You get the Price is Right rules.
I do.
And
I
then,
get a new car.
Uh-huh.
You've won a new car. And then how about Shatter?
$1, Bob.
25.
20. Remember when I was like, can you remember the numbers 5, 11, and 20 for me?
Oh.
I was like, she's going to figure it out.
She did not, in fact, figure
She
it
did
out.
not, in fact, figure it out.
I promise you, I could have made a list of 100 things those numbers stood for, and that would have not been on the list.
I'm still waiting for
Yeah.
Phantom Wind. Although we didn't use Phantom Wind this time. We used Phantom Breeze, Phantom Shadow. Phantom things were doing stuff the entire time.
Yeah.
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 I mean, because everyone in the land of magic, there's
Everything's
always
a tentacle. Shadow tentacle. Wind
Honestly,
tentacle.
I'm not mad
fire
about
tentacle.
it. I'm not mad about it.
Everything's a tentacle. It's fine.
So 1 out of 10, where's this book for you on just, well, I'm going to ask you different spectrums.
Okay.
Hannah, 1 out of 10, where is this on your out of 16 Mass First books? How high up is this? 1 out of 16, I guess I could say.
Okay. So 1 is my favorite and 16 is my least favorite? Or 16 is the best?
Yeah, I think the one works best. 1 is the top.
Okay, so I'm at a 2 or 3.
Sure. This is up there for you.
This is one of my faves.
And then the spectrum that we'll give for Rachel is 1 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
10 being gouge my eyes out.
Okay.
And 1 being
This gets a lot better halfway through the book. If you had given me the same scale, it would be my second favorite Sarah J Maas book.
Oh, really?
Oh,
and
yeah.
your first being House of Earth and Blood?
Yeah.
I'm sorry about the dogs, guys.
Control your animal.
Mary Catherine.
Mary Catherine.
Control your animals, which I know some people can do, but
You're not
Not
one
me.
of them. Mm-mm.
That's
Feyre
okay.
is uncontrollable. That's
Yeah. In
Wow,
the
it's
book and in real life.
and in real life, yeah. Let me find my notes for tonight. Guys, I'm
Would
so
they be
sorry.
better inside? They chilled
they
out
did
last
fine.
time.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, they're wild for like 2 minutes and then they chill.
Kate, I'm gonna can you pause? Okay. Back to Dogless. You need to just be still, sweet little Feyre. Okay. She only flailed all over your body for like 3 seconds.
Fine.
Yeah. No sweater
Golden.
dress to put pulls in this time.
Right.
Oh, just a sweater.
Just a sweater.
Just a regular sweater. What were we talking about? Oh, let me get my thing out. Sorry.
Court of Silver Flames.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Our library still has this in young adult, and every time I go in there, I want to be like, I don't think it's young adult anymore, you guys. I think they moved that.
Yeah, it's not young adult.
No.
It was
This is
they
not young adult.
had to rebrand the entire series because of this book.
Yeah.
How did I send it to you? Oh, it's in the thing. Okay. Okay, here we go.
I forgot how long the lead up in this book was. I'm not gonna
What-
lie. The lead up
what-
to her like finally being like, okay, I'm getting my shit together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So where were you on the meh to gouge your eyes out?
It's meh.
Mm-hmm.
I'd give it a 1 on the meh scale, but I said if you'd given me Hannah's scale, it would have been number 2. This is
Okay,
probably
yeah.
my second favorite book.
Yeah. This is really up there for me too. I love this book. I remember reading this book and being like, this book's fucking great.
Yeah.
I like this book, especially after reading. I realized how much more. I actually really like Nesta and Cassian way more, but I'm a subplot girl. I like
Right.
subplot
Mm.
romance. So for it to go from like a side character to the main character, for me, that is such a treat. And I generally don't think I was reading that much romantic fantasy this was like my first romantic fantasy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that was like the first time I had experienced that, like, oh, we're starting a new series that's close to the old series, but it's about these different folks. And I remember being super enamored with this book.
Yeah.
And I like Nesta.
I like Nesta.
And I couldn't relate to Nesta.
I forgot how complimentary she is about Cassian in this whole book, where she's like, he's the kind of warrior that people write epic poems about, or like, he's the kind
Mhm.
of warrior we're going to talk about in centuries from now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She knows he's a hero.
Yeah.
And she always holds him on such a high pedestal, and
Feels
her
very
self
protective.
yeah, and her self-hate is what
So sorry for all that.
no, that's good. It's her self-hate that prevents her from wanting to be with him, because she doesn't
Yeah.
feel it's like when a guy tells you you're like wife material, but then doesn't want to date you because you're like someone he would marry, not somebody he wants to mess around with. No one's ever told you that?
No.
Yeah, well, that happens.
Not to my face.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. What are the three moments that stand out for you the most? And it doesn't have to be big. It can just be little. It can be something small. It can be something that you remember, like when you think back on this book.
I meant to put some time into thinking about that earlier, so I want Rach to go first.
Oh, good. The part I did remember was when they have the first sleepover where all 3 girls
Yeah.
sleep over together. I was like, I remembered that section and I kept looking for it and I thought it happened way earlier, but I liked
Mhm.
that part. I do really like the part where Nesta makes her last stand, where she lets the other girls go and she's like, "Nah, I'm gonna fucking kill everybody from right here," and she draws the line. That's a good moment. And then when
Yeah.
she names the sword Inner Peace in front of the one character that knows what it means, and he's like, "Seriously?" And she's like, "Yes," and then kills him. That's a good scene too.
Mhm.
Yeah. Ataraxia. I forgot
Yeah.
about ataraxia. Yeah, those are really good scenes. Mine's even a little bit more minute than that. I love that they all have friendship bracelet colors
Yes.
that seem to like really reflect who they are. And I love that there's like this moment where they're like, I think that Nesta is navy blue and crimson and silver. And they like
She is.
I love
Nailed
stuff.
it.
It's like saying Nesta is a Capricorn. You know what I mean? Like, it's so
Yeah.
Yeah.
specific to them. And then I also, with that same moment, love that she makes the GPS charms and doesn't
Yes.
like. She's like, you know what? Let me just create a little charm, and she magically imbues these little tiny charm bracelets for
On
everybody.
accident. That was a
It's
good
like-
moment, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of like it supports the magic bean from House of Flame and Shadows a little bit more.
A
That there
little
are
bit.
these like tiny, just a tiny bit, tiny little,
A little bit.
tiny little bit. I also really love. Oh no, I don't have it right here. It's not right here, so I have.
Did it run off?
When she
Like Baraxis.
kneels down in front of Amryn and asks for forgiveness.
Oh yeah, that's a good part.
That
Mm.
that sticks with me.
Yeah, that's such an indicator of her growth and like where she's at.
It's huge.
Like Cassian.
But the whole really the whole Starfall scene for me, for her, because she's, you know, she shows up in leathers. Everyone else is in their beautiful clothes. She's ragged and tired and worn out and not dressed up and pretty like everybody else. And it just makes she's just raw and like ready to experience Starfall so purely. I love that whole scene, how she comes to it and how you see so much of her growth in that scene.
I love that we find out that she's also an artist, but but in like the form of dance, and that she's like, I love Nesta's physicality, and that she is such a physical person, and before she's able to tap into that, she is not capable of being a healthy human being. I love that Cassian and her's love is so different from Nesta or Feyre and Rhysand because they're both such physical. As a Taurus moon and somebody who really understands what it means to like for physicality and that kind of like tangible like medicinal thing that you need for healing. I really appreciated that. And then I also really I think I really love the end when her and Rhysand are like knees to knees. They're both on their knees, like hugging each other because that's how they should be.
Yeah.
Did it spill?
No.
Okay. Just let me know if it does and I can grab a towel. But like they're, you know, that is such like a good place for both of them to be because she needed some.
There's one drop.
Oh, I know. It's okay.
There's a droplet.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But it just needed. I think that's really important, and I think that shows development for both of them, and I think that shows that Rhysand has accepted her. I think Rhysand cares. Like to me, Rhysand has a very brotherly relationship with her. Like when you don't like your sister, and you're like, you know, you can fuck off. But at the end of the day,
you're still my family.
You're still my family.
Right. I mean, I get Rhysand's perspective. He's lived a very hard life. He's gone through a lot. He has a lot of abilities, and he has to always be in control of himself. And then you're faced with this woman who, from his perspective, has not gone through all that much, and she can't get her shit together. I can understand him being like, do you know what I have had to do in my life and all of the hardship I've had to go through? And I hold my shit together, and I need you to hold your shit together. And he not understanding why she can't get it together because from his perspective, it's not that big. It is to her because her life has been shorter and not a lot has happened to her. But I can see from him being like, I literally was a sex slave. Like I was enslaved.
And all my family
50
was
years.
murdered. Yeah.
And all of my family was murdered in front of me. And my worst enemy had my mom's wings framed on his wall. And like what has happened to you, Nesta? Why are you what big thing happened to you? I'm so sorry. Can you please move on? So like I get it.
Well,
I get
and
it.
she does see her fault. Like, yeah, she just has her self-loathing is so. She's so maladaptive. Like, she's so like. To me, there's a lot of water sign in there with like a lot of like ego earth signs at the top of it. Like, I have to present like this, like a Capricorn with Cancer moon, you know, like just something really stoic and also one of the most emotional people you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so she just can only hate on herself. But there's like I don't know, there's some like privilege in being able to like mope around and sit around and hate yourself and actively hate yourself.
She's getting bankrolled. Her
Yeah,
moping is getting bankrolled.
And I will say this, and I put this on the internet and people didn't want to hear it. I've said it, I might have said it before. I probably said it before, but you can't convince me that Nesta wouldn't have been independently wealthy.
Yeah, where did all of her dad's money go?
Where'd the money go? He had an armada. He
Mhm.
owned an armada, or at least
Well-
3 ships. And their money isn't just wrapped up in their real estate. Just because your real estate dies, does that mean your money dies?
Well, look at all the money that Tamlin gave them when Feyre went to live with him.
Right.
And
It
she
was
showed
an
up with all those chests
insurmountable amount.
filled of jewels.
Yeah, an
trunks.
insurmountable amount of money. Her dad was like a money guy. That would have anyways, I just think that's a little bit of a plot hole.
Yeah.
Because I do
It is
think
a bit.
and they didn't have a patriarchal society. They were ruled by queens. Everybody was ruled by queens.
Mhm.
If the jewels from the spring court can be converted to their money, then the money could have been converted backwards. Like I
mean, what happened to their manor house?
yeah, to me, she's a rich girl that got unrich and then rich again and then acted like a rich girl.
Yeah.
A rich girl, like a trust fund kid that wanted to. Anyways,
I get it.
yeah.
It does all kind of seem to go away. All of the money that they got because they had the manor house, they had servants.
Yeah,
the dad got all of his ships back, so he got all of his money, original
all of
money
his
back.
money. And he's gone like that
And he's the king of merchants.
That kind of estate doesn't just go away.
Right.
I mean, they may have done Feyre in a but she doesn't get to make that call. That's not how inheritance works, right? When Nesta would have been the oldest, right?
She
So
would
even
have
if
gone to her.
anything,
it would have gone to her. That just
choosing.
doesn't. Yeah, to me, it's just a plot hole. Would you guys remember how you felt about Nesta before you read this book and then afterwards, the first time you read it?
Yes, the
Yeah.
same way I felt when I started reading it this time. Because it's been so long.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that I probably hated Nesta as much as the rest of the fandom.
As much as Elaine?
No.
Never.
No, I was always
No,
intrigued
never.
by Nesta.
No, never.
I was always intrigued by Nesta and wanted to gave her more of the benefit of the doubt than I ever have Elaine.
Yeah.
But that's just because she's more interesting and
Well, she was written that way too.
And Tamlin's glamour didn't work on her and
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
Okay, what were you saying? Talking about how much you hated Nesta and Rach. What
She
were your
does
feelings?
just gets more the same way I felt the first time through, which is
Yeah.
Nesta's a hard one for me to take until we get to the end of Silver Flames because I was the Feyre in my family and I get it. Like I get the you do it. I don't want to do it. I don't feel like doing it. So you do it. And then,
Yeah.
oh, woe is me. I'm the one who's entitled to feel upset and slighted and angry because I didn't get what I wanted because you didn't give it to me. And so when we come into Silver Flames and Nesta is like, where's my check? Oh yeah, I guess I spent a lot of money on wine and whatever last night. Whatever. She's hard to swallow at the very beginning. And then when they're like, this is for your own good. And she's like, you don't get to tell me what's my own good. Yeah, they do, because they pay for everything that you do. When you pay for your own thing, yeah, nobody gets to tell you what to do. But if somebody's paying for your money, paying for your booze, paying for your gambling, and paying for your house, then yeah, they get to tell you what to do.
Yeah.
That's part of the contract of accepting somebody's charity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really liked Nesta going into it, not from a place of I wouldn't say I liked her, but I do understand her, but I come from a home of very flawed women. Very, very fucked up women. Everybody is a woman with her own demons. And I also come from a place of women are allowed to be angry, women are allowed to be flawed, women are allowed to be fucked up. And I was just really interested in her, and I loved Cassian, and I wanted to see that subplot romance. I wanted to see it play out. So I was super ready for this. And I still to this day understand it. Even you don't have to like it. You don't have to like who she is to sympathize and understand her.
I think I would have been less bothered by Nesta if I hadn't been constantly told in the previous books that she's queenly.
Oh, yeah.
that she's
Yeah.
strong, that this is her behaving like a ruler. This is her
Yeah.
behaving like a strong woman. This is
Yeah.
her behaving like she's better, like she actually is better than everyone else. And that's why she gets to act like that, which is the narrative up
Which
to
is
this
all
point.
yeah, and that's all, like, ego, and I think that this is an ego death for her. This whole book is an ego death.
Yeah.
Did she just jump up behind us?
Well, she was
She's just gonna
sniffing
start
my
ding,
purse.
ding, ding. Yeah, I think this is the book that Sarah J Maas always wanted to write. I think she was like, "I wanna write that book."
She
Yeah.
wants to write about PTSD. And she said that before in interviews. Like, there's no way that these mythical creatures go through all these wars and battles and deaths and don't have some post-traumatic stress.
Right. And how does that
And like, let's deal with that.
Right.
I
Right.
can see
So
that.
that's fun.
Yeah. Do you guys think that the inner circle really was looking out for Nesta's best interest, or do you think they just wanted her to behave?
I think they were looking out for her best interest. I don't know why we are all always lying to each other.
Yeah.
That part gets real hard,
Especially
real
when
fast.
the patriarch and matriarch of the inner circle are Daimati. We can
Right.
easily just see into each other. We can mind talk. We're up here. Why are we still hiding stuff from each other?
Yeah.
Lying
From
to each
everybody.
other.
It's like there's circles within the circle of people that will share information and people that don't get
Mhm.
information shared with them. And it starts to feel real privileged, I guess, that some people get to
Yeah.
know all of it and some people only get to know some of it. And I think that's probably
So
where a lot of the Nesta friction comes from, is
I'm
because
gonna
they
say
treat her
something.
like a child.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
But
something controversial, but that's what happens when your leadership has way too much Scorpio.
Yeah.
You
I'm
know?
gonna say something controversial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Mhm.
know, like, it's like I get to choose. It goes back to, like, the way we viewed Aelin. It goes back to the way Bryce is, where, like, I get to decide when it's good to tell you everything, and I
Mhm.
get to decide when it's okay.
It's just very high-handed.
It
It's
is.
very I know best.
Yeah.
So
And
I'll
I
tell
think
you when you need to know, and I won't tell you when I don't feel like you should know.
yeah, I think that Farah does when they hide that stuff from Farah, I think she does, and this might be part of her growth because she was 19 when the story started and 21 when this happened. And in Middle Ages, in medieval times,
Yeah.
that's 39.
Sure.
So she's
Mm.
basically 40 when
Mhm.
this
Yeah, battle
happened.
hardened 21-year-old.
Yeah,
Mhm.
basically 40. And I don't think she would have just sloshed it away. Maybe the baby made her more understanding, but remember when Rhysand is dying and she
Yeah.
just like drops him in the mud and is like, go fuck yourself, you
Yeah.
asshole
Yeah.
for lying. I don't know. I think the response, I mean, maybe it's growth, maybe it's where
Yeah.
they are. I do
You
think
Mhm.
pitched such a fit over something very
Very
similar to
small.
this.
yeah. Wait, Rach, it's Sagittarius season. When's your birthday?
December 7th.
Okay. Right. Okay. Gotta remember that. Just put it in my calendar really fast.
Sagittarius season. Yes. It is the time of my people.
Mhm. You
Yeah.
fire people.
I still wouldn't drop somebody in the mud. He's your fucking problem
No.
now.
No,
And then
you
they're
wouldn't.
like,
You wouldn't. But you
surprise,
might have.
you're
But Rachel,
dying.
you might have if you were 20.
No,
I don't really see
but I
Rachel
didn't
as a
have the
word.
liberty of being
As
a
a mud
reactive.
dropper.
I didn't have the liberty of being a reactive person, so that's probably part of it.
What does
But
that mean?
have you met my family?
So you would
They're all
get in trouble for reacting?
I was always in charge. I've been in charge my entire
Oh.
fucking life. I think I came out of the womb and they handed me a clipboard and they were like,
You just
"It's
had
your
to be
we are your
Yeah.
problem now." Yeah.
Yeah. You had to be calm enough to be the responsible one
Yeah.
very
Aren't you the
early on.
baby?
Yeah. I think one of the reasons I hate Thanksgiving is because as soon as I could, I was the one in charge of scheduling all the Thanksgiving stuff. And I quit like 3 years ago. I was like, "You guys can handle this. You're all adults." And my aunt messaged me privately and was like, "Please take over Thanksgiving again. This is so hard. No one knows what's going on." And I was like, "No, I'm
Good
not."
for you.
I
love
mean, I
that
had
for
to
you,
make a
right?
spreadsheet of like, here's where the oven temperature will be 325. The oven temperature will be 325 from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. And if yours is going to be baked at 325, it needs to be in the oven. And I need to know the dimensions of your dish so we can make sure they're all going to be able to fit in there at the same time. And then I'll be increasing the oven temperature to 350. And if you need it from this time to this time, this is when it will be available. I hate Thanksgiving. I fucking
Yeah.
hate Thanksgiving. And then when that was all over, I had to clean everything up.
Nobody helped clean?
No, why would they? Rachel can do it. Which is
Yeah.
why I
No,
don't
that's
like Nesta. Because I'm not
Yeah.
Nesta. I'm Feyre. I'm
Mhm.
I'm gonna sit here, you go get my dinner. I don't feel like chopping firewood, you chop the firewood. I don't feel like cooking anything, you cook it. I don't like how you cook that. That doesn't taste very good. Oh, you're gonna sell that fur and make money? Great. I need a new pair of boots. No, I'm not going anywhere, but I want my boots to look nice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, I was never that person. And as soon as me and my sisters read this book for the first time, my sister Megan said that I am Nesta. And I don't think she meant it from that point. I think
Is it
more
'cause
of
you're
just the anger.
Is it 'cause you're just the oldest?
No, no. It was the anger part. And it was
mm,
because I was, every eldest daughter is the first lamb to the slaughter. Because I was that sacrificial lamb, so to speak,
yeah.
I, in my early 20s, got so incredibly angry and just was I mean, I could nobody wanted to be around me. Nobody wanted to be around me because I just was bleh. I didn't even wanna be around myself.
Yeah, well, you had a lot of shit that you
So,
had to heal.
yeah,
Mm.
so I think that's, like, the part of Nesta that but I never was a brat like that. I never would have just sat by and not done something that needed to be done.
I think
Yeah.
it's the lashing out that gets to me when Nesta lashes out at everybody else. If she was just suffering, like if she's, I get that she's suffering, I get it, but she wants everyone around her to be, she wants them to feel the way she feels.
Yeah.
Like a child. That's what children do. That's why they lash out at you because they
Yeah.
want you to feel how they feel so you'll understand how they feel. And
Mhm.
she does that for so long. And then I think when they take her up to the House of the Wind, I don't think they just want her to behave. I think it's like, we've been giving you reign to be an adult and you don't want to be an adult. So we're not going to treat you like an adult. And that's how it feels to me. Cause they're like, we're going to isolate you from all of the things that are causing you to live in your pain. And either you figure it out or this experiment fails. And at least we tried. That's how it
Mhm.
Yeah.
feels to me.
Yeah, huge intervention.
Yeah. They have the liberty of doing that. They have an
Well,
entire castle that's just sitting there.
Yeah.
and she's not locked in. She could get out if she wanted to. She could walk down those stairs and be free.
Right.
Do you think hear people say, "How is this any different than what Tamlin did to Feyre?" What do you think? What about what did you like being locked in a cage, Feyre?
No, she did
She did not
not.
like it.
I think it's entirely different. No one was trying to tell Nesta that she was fine and she needed to get over it and be fine. They were like, here's a chance for you to process your pain. And they gave her a place to be. They gave her everything she needed. She could leave as long as she could get out. And they gave her access to the library where she could be with other people who had also experienced trauma.
Mhm. Yeah,
And maybe they can all collectively invent therapy because that's a thing we could all use.
Yeah,
Especially if
anytime I hear someone get angry at at Nesta's situation. I'm like, is that what you guys would say to the people that like did a intervention and sent their loved ones to rehab? Is
Yeah.
that what you would do? Would you attack them and tell them they're
How is that different from Tamlin?
yeah, like that they're shitty people? Because I mean, I just if it's not the
That feels like
same.
a
Tamlin's
young
was from
take.
a
That feels like a
yeah.
real young take. The like,
It
well,
is.
being locked in a house is just like being locked in a house. Well, I mean, only surface level. No, only surface level. No one
Right,
is
it's not
in
the
that house being
emotional
like, but you need to be
manipulation.
fine, Nesta. Let's have sex now. No one's doing that to Nesta. They're all
Right.
giving her space. They're like, we acknowledge your pain and we're giving you a space to process it, instead of, I'm locking you in here because your pain terrifies me and I want you to hide it. So I'm going to keep you in here and protect you.
Yeah. I think people are extra hard on Rhysand with this one too, because I think this is all Feyre. I don't think he gets to really make decisions when it comes to Nesta. I think he really leans on Feyre and allows her to make all the calls that come with her. And so when people are like, well, or when people are like, they didn't like Rhysand, that's because you saw him through Nesta's eyes. That's
Yeah.
like POV. That's an inability to form your own opinions because the narrative shifted. Like it's, oh, did you just learn that two truths can be true? Oh, did you
Yeah.
just learn about
Today years
Sonder?
old.
Today years old when I learned that people can have different perspectives.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
You know? And I do think it's so interesting watching conversation about these characters online because there is no regulation of age and maturity level. And so some of the opinions and the thoughts that you see, I will be like, oh, they're going to be under 25. Oh, 22. Like I'll listen to it and then I'm like, we should not be in the same room. We're at different levels in life.
Right.
I
Yep.
have way more nuance and grace and benefit of the doubt to offer these people. You have none. It's supposed to be like that. You're supposed to be idealistic in your early 20s. You're supposed to think you knew everything. You're supposed to get a shot of espresso and read Infinite Jest at the coffee shop. You know, you're
Yes.
supposed to, but leave me the fuck out of it.
Right.
I have a, you know, like I don't have to have, yeah.
Don't have to have the same opinion. You're
No,
coming
we
at it with
don't.
different life experiences.
Yeah, and I think that oftentimes younger folks have those more extreme opinions. I think something I like to think about this, and now that I've read so much romantic fantasy and so many spicy books, do you think that the spice in this book does a good job moving the plot forward, or do you think it's spice for the sake of spice?
I think it's definitely plot because
It's plot. It's huge plot. Huge
big
plot. Big. So big.
It is earth-shattering plot.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, even the way that they have sex is important to like their dynamic and their relationship.
100%. And it's so different. It is written to be so specific to them. And I love when that happens and you can tell like, oh, you can see their kinks, their preferences on the page. It computes and makes, it's almost like it's not just sex and spice, it's their preference.
Yeah, it's getting to know these characters. Even how like Cassian likes it. You're getting to know him.
And it computes and makes sense for who he is. And so often in books where you do get these like open door scenes, it's like that does not compute with their personality and who they are. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, but I read a lot of them. And I read a lot of books that are spicy as a vehicle for spice. Yeah.
I don't think that's this.
No, not at all. And that's why when
and I
people
think by the
call
time they finally get together, you're like, fucking finally. It's not like, oh, again. It's like, oh, we've been dancing around each other.
Their relationship is toxic in the way that it is required to be for someone in that mindset. Like, I don't know. To me, this relationship's the most realistic.
Yeah.
It just feels so much more realistic. Like they are drawn to each other in a way, and one of them is completely avoidant and like, no, for a reason that we don't really understand, and she's not, and she does know, but she's just like, I'm not with that. She doesn't think she deserves him because he is so great, but he's not without fault. I mean, I do think that Cassian, I'm not a huge fan of how he treated her when they went on the hike. Like, he could have been a little bit more gentle with her and made sure she didn't pass the fuck out and roll back down the mountain.
He
So,
felt bad about that.
and
He
I
was
think that,
letting her hit bottom.
yeah, and
And
I
he was
do
letting
think,
her live there for a little bit.
yeah, and maybe
Yeah.
that's the idea of like,
I get this because my daughter is Nesta. So if she did
yeah,
that, I couldn't. Communicating would be no point. I'd have to wait for her to wear herself all the way
Yeah.
down, and then we could have a conversation about it.
Yeah.
yeah, she's so prideful.
I mean, right now
That's
it's
a very,
small, so
yeah, well, Aquarius is especially in their like young phase, or like, I'll
mhm.
call it unhealed, but it's just a kid, an immature,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, they just have to
They're
go. You have to go through it,
incredibly egotistical, like
right?
the most arrogant, egotistical sign there is.
Right.
And
Well, I mean,
so,
when she went to school, her first shot at public school, her first couple of things that she brought home and she had to put, like, she had to fill out an answer. She put IDK LOL as every answer. IDK LOL. And I said, okay. So she said, took it back. And of course, she got marked wrong. And I said, did you have to do that so you would learn what happened? And she said, yeah. I said, did you learn what happened so we don't have to do it again? And she said, yeah. And I said, great, then we don't have to talk about it. But
dude,
if I had
remember being like that. I
if I
remember
had fought that
being like,
Imagine if
fight,
Rachel was your mom.
oh my God,
I
I would have turned out so well adjusted. I would be on
I
the
mean,
Supreme fucking court, man. Like, I
You
would
would
be
be
so
ruling the
well
world.
so well adjusted. Yeah.
well, I could have
Because
fought I could have fought the fight for 9 months,
Mhm.
or I can let you do it and
Mhm.
live in failure for a minute. And now we don't have to have that fight anymore because you learned. Now you know. Now you know what
because
happens.
development and growth come just like with muscles. You have to be uncomfortable. It has to be, you have to be uncomfortable.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
to have the adversarial moment where you
Right.
like, oh, I gotta step up. I remember being that. I remember standing in my little towel. I'm 4 years old. I've just got out of the bath. I'm just standing wrapped up in a towel and looking at my mom. And there was a step down into our living room. And I remember thinking, I wonder what she'll do if I pee right now. I've been potty trained for years. Years. I wonder what she would do if I just pee right now. And I did. And she thought
Because
something
you
was
had
wrong
to
with me.
know.
She
'Cause
thought
you
something was wrong with me because I was pushing boundaries.
You had to
I've
know.
done it. 16 years old, jumped out of the car. Cop car follows me home. Follow me home. Follow me home, Mr. Police Officer. I forgot my license at home. So I was like, just come with me. Pull up to the house, cops behind me. I jump out of the car to go get my license. Just to see, what's he going to do? Man pulls his gun. Of course he does. I'm running away from him.
Yeah.
But I was just trying to see what I could get away with. It'll be
Mhm.
fine. It'll be fine. I've been a boundary pusher my whole life. Like,
And
you
no one
can't.
could have explained that to you ahead of time in a way that you would have believed. You had
Yeah.
to live
Well,
through
I
it
could have, but
to
I was
know.
actually not parented, so I could have maybe. Who knows? But there wasn't a lot of parenting at the house.
I mean, pulling a
Find out.
gun's extreme, but I can
Yeah.
we
I
can
mean, what was
we
it? He's
can
like this
learn the
little
thing
girl running
now.
away from me. Why did I think it was okay to do that?
You're
Well,
very lucky.
I mean,
I
the
am very lucky.
the dignity of choice is also the freedom to be wrong. So if
Yeah.
I'm not giving you the freedom to be wrong, I'm not actually giving you free choice.
Oh,
So
yeah, that's
you
really
have to let people be wrong. Then they do. They give Nesta a long time to be wrong, expecting her to get better. And after a while, it's like maybe she's not going to unless there's some sort of intervention. And it's the
yeah.
same thing with the hike. He's like, I gotta let her live in this. She fucked up big time, and I gotta
Mhm.
let her live in it. And it hurts. It's gonna hurt her. I don't think he needed to let her pass out, but he needed to let her live in it so that by the time she comes to it, she's like, I'm ready. I'm ready to talk about it. I've lived in it long enough.
Yeah, and she does have that really emotional breakdown, and, like, she's finally crying, and she's finally, like, getting down into it. Yeah.
I cry every time.
Yeah, it is sad, and I feel her, like, I feel it it's like you're feeling her sobbing.
Mhm.
Absolutely feeling it.
Especially when you try so hard not to cry so much of your life.
Yeah.
You're always trying to hold it in, and then just, like, the thought of someone else sobbing, you're like,
Yeah.
I
I've
feel it now.
yeah, I've never tried to not cry. I'm
Yeah,
always
that's
I'm
good.
always about to cry.
Mhm. Always
Always.
ready to cry.
Yeah,
Mm.
I was talking I'm just like, I don't know if it's empathy or oversensitivity. It's probably like the fault side of an emotion, but like I just if you're feeling something, I am also feeling it.
Mhm.
And is that like codependency? Like I don't know what that is. It's
No, it's
really
just
hard for
empathy.
me.
It's empathy.
Well, it's really hard
Mhm.
for me to draw boundaries and be like, I'm not feeling what you're feeling.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
I'm
That's why I
yeah.
can't go to funerals. I lose it at funeral. I had somebody tell me, "I'm sorry for your loss" one time. I didn't even know the person that had died. I was crying so hard at the funeral. They're like, "I'm sorry for your loss." I'm like, "Thank you. I didn't know who they were." I was just crying because I was thinking about what it would be like to be the people that had lost them.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I was crying. And so
Front row at the funeral. Yeah.
My
I
friend
can never
Kiana is
hold
a
my shit
drama
together.
teacher.
Oh, I like Kiana.
She makes fun of me because I go to her performances. You know, she's like a middle school drama teacher. So it's like kids getting up there and singing. And the whole time I'm thinking about how proud their parents must be. And I'm sobbing.
Yeah.
Like, just
You
imagining
can't
being those kids'
I
Yeah.
mean, that's
parents.
part of what we as humans have for community. Like, that's part of how
Yeah.
you
Mhm.
form and live in community is the ability to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and then mirror that emotion. So it's an
Yeah.
important thing to be able to do.
My friend Caitlin was at the vet the other day, and her little dog, who's 15 years old, her little Chihuahua, she's had that dog the entire time I've known her, and I've known her since 2011.
Mm.
And she said he had a seizure in her arms as she was leaving the vet, and she was like, she called me sobbing. And it wasn't that moment. I thought she was laughing. It wasn't in that moment, but when she was retelling me the story of it on the phone, I was like sobbing hysterically with her, thinking about your dog being in your arm. Yeah, it was just, I don't know.
It's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, it's just that just feel like that's so normal. I feel like
It is for
It
us.
is
it is
normal.
for it
It
is for
is normal. Don't
That
let what
is
social media tells you is normal make it not normal because
well, I
and it's
just like
not.
and that is something that men have to unlearn. Is that what's so dangerous? I mean, what how much of that is like biological to us? Or is it just like we're just allowed to do it? I don't know. You know what I mean?
Have you seen that study where they put kids in a room with toys? Have you seen that? And they put the
I
girls in
don't
the room
know.
with boy toys, and they put the boys in the room with girl toys. And the girls are having the
Mhm.
best time. They pick up the toys, they start playing, they're having a great time, and the boys just sit in a chair and won't
Mhm.
play and won't touch the girl toys. And they're like, "Oh, see, see?" And everyone's like, "No, that's shame. That's
Yeah.
internalized shame." They've spent their
Yeah.
Yeah.
entire lives being told they can't touch girl stuff.
Don't touch that Barbie. Don't
Don't
touch
Yeah.
touch the
that doll.
Barbie, don't touch the whatever. I think
What age were they?
they're younger, they're, like,
They must
probably
have been
6
like,
or like 5 or 6, probably.
oh really? Wow, it's
Yeah,
so
and it's
early.
because it starts young. It starts really young. "Don't cry. Don't do that. That's girl stuff. Don't
Yep.
do that." I mean, boys are taught from a very young age that anything even remotely feminine is not for them. It's weakness and they can't do it, and they need to hate it, which is why men hate women. And
Yep.
so when a boy cries and they're like, "Don't cry, you're not supposed to cry." Well, of course, then they're not gonna empathize with people. They're not supposed to empathize with people.
Mhm.
So it it's like the only behaviors that we know about autism and ADHD are the trauma responses. We don't know what an untraumatized person with autism or ADHD looks like. All
Wow.
of the things that we associate with ADHD and autism are the trauma responses. They're not the symptoms, they're the response to the trauma. We
Mm.
don't know what an untraumatized little boy looks like because we've never done it. Just like we don't know what an untraumatized little girl looks like because
Mhm.
Mm,
we don't have a society where boys just get to be themselves. I mean, there are some things that are inherently different. Like there's certain gene expressions that it's not nobody has any control over. But I don't think there's anything inherently masculine or feminine about anybody except societal pressure. And so you can't say that a man wouldn't empathize with people. We just don't know if they would or not because we don't know what that looks like. We don't know what an untraumatized man looks like. We don't know what a little boy who's taught you can cry, you can be feminine, you can do whatever you want to. We don't know what that looks like.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. But I think it's an important part of community. We know humans have a sense of each other. Because, like, when you go to see a movie and there's a lot of people in the movie, it's more enjoyable to watch the movie because you're all reacting together.
Oh, that's so true. You get the thing that they talk about at the Eras tour, which is like this, it's almost like a spell. It's like this immense amount of happiness together.
Yes.
It's like one of the most powerful feelings that can ever happen to a human being, which is why the Eras tour was such this like magical. That's why
Which is why cults work.
Which is why cults work. It's also why cults work. Exactly.
It's also why cults work.
We're gonna get you all together in this room,
And we're gonna all be on the
and
same
we're gonna
page.
sing a song.
that's why we have religious
emotionally
experiences.
manipulative song.
Yes.
About this man dying on a cross.
Yes, that's why we have a religious experience, because when we're
Yes.
all together in a group, we mirror each other's emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't think there's anything unnatural about empathy. I think empathy gets weaponized against us, which is why we associate it with negative things. But I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with feeling the way other people feel.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rach.
You're
There's this new
welcome.
show on Apple TV, Rach. Anybody called? I don't remember what it's called, but it's like plural. It is about this alien society. A signal shows up on Earth. They discover a signal. They realize that it is some sort of virus. They create the virus, and the virus gets out. And what the virus does is turns us into happy, hive-minded people. It eliminates, and only 11 people on the planet are not affected by it. And it's about one woman who's actually a romantic fantasy author.
Oh, man.
But she is living a lie because her characters in her books are men, but she's a woman that's in love with another woman.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's like all of these people who all of a sudden at this one time become this like hive mind,
Mm-hmm.
right? So anybody can fly a plane because they can all fly a plane. Anybody can be a gynecologist because they're all gynecologists, right? They don't kill. They can only like empathize. It's like, and the other people, she's trying to convince these like other 5 or 6 people, like, we have to do something. What are you talking about? This is terrible. This is the worst thing that's ever happened. And everybody's else like, why is this bad? Why is this bad?
That's a good question.
It is
It's a very good
fascinating. It's a
question.
great I was really enjoying it. I only watched 2 episodes of it, but it's new. I think only like 5 episodes are out, and it's pretty good. But she is like, I don't know. I'm kind of along with her. Like, everybody loses their agency and their individuality. And anyways, check it out. But back to Silver Flames.
Back to it.
Speaking of empathizing.
Speaking of empathizing,
do you think Reese overstepped the pregnancy information? Is that where we are?
Yeah, I was kind of moving around a little bit, and if it was more organic, I was going to go there. But yeah, do you think we kind of talked about it a little bit? But do you
I
think
got mad all over again about the pregnancy thing. My favorite mental image in the whole book is everyone's sobbing. Feyre's dying. We all knew this was coming, but somehow it's shocking everyone that she's dying of pregnancy. And then Nesta's like, hold a second. And she leaves the room and comes back with like a mask, a crown, and a harp. And she's like, I got this.
One string, she plucks the 26th string. Yeah.
She's like, I got this. Boop. I will literally appeal to God to intercede on the part of my sister, which is a great moment if I believed even 1 second of it. Because
Yeah.
again, we can put his intestines back in, but we can't do a
We can
C-section.
rebuild wings.
Yes. And then they're
We
like, she's
can-
gonna die. If she has this baby, she's gonna die because they have special pelvises that let them have babies with wings. But she also cannot shapeshift because it might kill the baby. So if we're all gonna die anyway, why couldn't we shapeshift?
Right. That was my thing. Is
Yeah,
like,
it was-
why would they tell her not to shape?
It
She should have
doesn't-
shapeshifted in the beginning of the pregnancy
Yeah.
to an Illyrian, and then you're good. The
Yeah.
baby can then like grow and form in your Illyrian uterus.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's a plot holes. It doesn't really like it's a very surface answer, and it did require, you know, when they say things like these aren't really well written. These are some of the moments that they're talking
I
about.
think this is
Yeah.
what they're
Like if
talking
you
about.
dig any deeper, you're like, no fucking way, man. The cesarean thing doesn't fucking work.
No.
It does not work in a magical society. And I don't know how else it could have looked. She could have done something else. There had to have been another solution or problem to make the stakes that high. Like there could be some sort of like magic, I don't know. But I agree.
Like a magic bean?
Magic
Yeah,
the baby into the little pocket realm where they store all their shit, and then magic the baby back out.
There's no air there.
So we don't leave it there for very long. You're just like bloop bloop, just like a stopover.
Yeah. Well, it's about the placenta.
So
Take the placenta with it.
I
It
mean,
could
the
be
placenta
cold.
comes
It
out
could be like a
second
cold
anyway.
baby. Yeah, I don't know. You could have done. I don't know of another way to have made Feyre like dead. It could have been. It could have been. What if it had been? Well, that didn't work. It could have been. What's the thing that killed Sybil? Or what's the thing that kills so many pregnant women?
Postpartum preeclampsia.
Preeclampsia. That would have been believable because even with our technology, something, a blood pressure thing, preeclampsia, something that like even in today's society, pregnant women don't always beat. Or
Right.
the thing where the thing where the baby's wrong and they have to all of a sudden turn and like,
The breech.
you know, breach, right? And like nurses, I mean, women still don't always survive, but they don't die from fucking C-section. You know what I
No.
mean? So like
No.
there could have been something else that she could have.
This is another thing where if
Some
I
sort of
was 20, if I was 20 and I never had a baby, I think I would have just read this and been like, oh no. Like I don't.
Well, she had just had a baby, and
like,
I think.
But I've had full medical intervention baby. I've had crunchy midwife baby that I got to pull out all by myself. I've had C-section baby. I've had postpartum preeclampsia. I've had postpartum hemorrhage. I've had literally every fucking complication and every possible form of delivery. So I am.
Yeah.
I am the worst possible person to read this and go, oh yeah, I get it.
No, I agree. I think that could have been done, but they needed it to be something that could, that had, I don't know. I get why she did it to simplify it, but.
Oh, I mean, I get why it's in here. I'm not sure it reflects on the world the way she wants it to reflect on the world.
It doesn't reflect on it's like Elaine not fucking growing vegetables.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It just doesn't compute. It pulls you out.
And then lying to her about it so she can't even participate in trying to find a solution.
Yeah, that's the worst part.
Yeah, it's in her. It's in her. I don't know how anybody who's been pregnant can even fathom of lying to somebody about their pregnancy.
She forgave Reese way too quick for that.
Yeah, I know.
Like
she's
when
like,
she's mind talking.
Well,
and
it could have, and I do understand. Like, I do get she could have, if we had seen their perspective and their POV, it could have been a much bigger deal than what we were able to see because they are trying to have a healthy relationship and healthy relationships keep their shit to each other. So maybe she didn't need Nesta to know how she was beating his ass at night every night.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, because that makes sense. That computes for Feyre too. Like they're trying to present a front, especially with Nesta. They have to be more sensitive. So, you know, off page in my headcanon, it was a much bigger deal. But
Mhm.
just from Nesta's POV, we don't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
I do kind of have a little bit of issue with, especially since we have finished House of Flame and Shadow, Cassian's unending loyalty to Rhys and him not really understanding the boundaries around his relationship with Nesta and Rhysand. I know that's a really hard place to be where like your husband, mates, boyfriends, I mean, they're basically married. They have a wedding. Her husband's boss slash best friend slash brother isn't huge a fan. Like there's, you know, that tension.
Yeah.
And Cassian having to make choices and like not being able to fully support her, and what does that mean for him to show up well for her? But I do think sometimes he sides with Rhysand, and I did not like that in the last book. I feel like he was, I don't know, but at the same time, maybe you just stay out of it. I just think that's a hard place to be in, and I think he gets a lot of shit because of that for still kind of siding with Rhys sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't think he ever like sides with Rhys in front of her. Like if him and Rhys and Nesta are in the same room, he's gonna like stand next to Nesta.
Yeah.
But when it's just him and Nesta in a room and she starts shit talking Rhys,
Yeah.
he defends
Rhysand.
Rhys to her. And I think that that's just him drawing a boundary. Like, this is my brother. I don't feel comfortable talking shit about him or hearing shit talked about him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I've known him for 500 years and I've known you for 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what stands out in my mind, which part I always remember, is the bog scene.
Oh yeah, when
Mm.
she comes out of the bog. Yeah, she
With the,
pees herself. That's what I always
Kelpie?
think about.
Yeah, when she pees herself.
She pees
Yeah.
herself.
And they're like,
that's it.
I smell urine. She was upset. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, she was terrified. She peed herself.
Good thing it wasn't Feyre.
Yeah, they
She'd get the poopy pants.
Well, good thing she goes immediately in the water because that would not smell good in leathers.
You know how sometimes you buy each other funny T-shirts, or you're like, I wonder if they bought Feyre a T-shirt that said "watery bowels."
Sometimes I shit
Like-
my pants.
And that's like what Feyre's known for, is her watery bowels. Oh, that's so funny.
Imodium.
Yeah, yeah. Oh shit, I lost my thought. I will say this. I think one of the most beautiful pieces of this parts of this book, and something that I think is truly one of the best parts of it, is how fucking healing her having legitimate girlfriends is.
Mm-hmm.
And like having women who support you and love you and don't carry some kind of resentment or judgment, that like nothing propels her healing more than that.
No.
And it is totally okay to like find that in friends and not your family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
sometimes your friends are always going to be that.
Yeah.
Like your family is, I don't know. Like I know my family would never be that for me. Like there's a lot of things they would be for me, but I would never. They don't want to know. They don't listen to my podcast. They don't want to know. They don't want to know.
Mm-hmm.
They want to know what I can do for them. They don't want to know who I am or any of the struggles I'm going through.
They already know who you are.
Right. They have their idea, and that's fine. And they're fine with that. And that's, you know what? Okay.
I don't know. Leah might listen.
Then no.
Oh, okay.
No. Then you get it put in the, okay, that's who I am to you box. And that's fine. You just don't ask them of that, and then you don't have to be mad that they're not giving that to you. That's why you go out and find people in your adulthood who are your family, who can be your friends and family. Like found family. That's why found family is such a strong
Well, and
strong
just
plot point.
the way that those women love and support each other. I mean, there is nothing more healing than a relationship with a platonic relationship with a woman. Like, they're just, I personally think they're the best part of life, but I digress. That's because I can't really stand the I just can't take, I just really don't like men, but that's fine. I have found that the most rewarding, the healthiest relationships in my life have been like strong platonic relationships with other women. And so I think this book is such a testament to that. And that might be one of my favorite parts about this book. And when they, the fact that this book really is about meditation as well, because if you didn't learn meditation, you wouldn't be able to surpass men with hundreds of years of training and beat them in the right. Because the men weren't meditating. They weren't mind stilling. And the girls were. And their team camaraderie, their teamwork and their meditation and their mind stilling, that is why they won. It's literally that simple.
Yeah.
And the rest of those red-pilled assholes, they were never going to make it. Too ego-driven. Not the girls,
No, it's like that big study they did about whether, because what is our idea of hunter-gatherers is always that women stayed at home and they gathered crops and they whatever, and men went out and hunted the game. And they did a big study and they were like, actually, probably it was the opposite.
Yeah.
Men stayed home. Men were the
because
one
because women work in groups, and that makes
Yeah.
you a much stronger when you have
Like
to be
lionesses.
Yeah, and when you have to be,
lionesses.
men are always so like, how do I rise to the top? And women are so much more comfortable in a group.
Are we?
Like, I prefer to be on a team. I prefer to have I want to share the success because it's easier as a team. It's easier as a group. It's not like I don't need to be the leader and in charge, right? Like, I just want to do it with someone else too. We're so much better at that. Have y'all ever seen the like TikTok about they're playing the hula hoop game? And like the guys, it's like there's a line of people, and the guys are like, and then the girls within a minute, the girl in a minute just one holds it, and the rest of them like run through the hula hoop. It's just like, it's this, the efficacy. Sorry, wrong word. The efficiency of it.
Also efficacy.
Efficacy.
Okay.
How effective it is.
How effective it is. Yeah. I love moments like that, because that's just how women are. We're so good at being really efficient really quickly, in a way that I find men are always trying to make themselves the star of a thing. And women are like, how can we work together to get this fucking done?
Right. Which is why a lot of our culture is dedicated to getting women to hate each other. Because if we all work together,
then we will rule the motherfucking world.
We'd be terrifying. Nothing is more terrifying to an unhealed man than a woman who's willing to cooperate with other women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. Because you don't need men really in the same sense when you have that balance, like when we all lived in our villages, you could have both and do it really easily. But then somewhere down the road, they were like, nope, you have to live in a very, what's it called? Family, where it's just you and your family.
Yeah.
And there's
like a nuclear family.
A nuclear family. Yeah. A nuclear.
Nuclear. Whichever one is right, that one.
That one, yeah. All right, let's see. I think we are... Do you think the Nesta's sacrifice at the end was satisfying? Did you enjoy the ending?
I mean, I get why she had to do it, why she had to sacrifice. I don't mind the sacrifice. I wish we had come at it from a more believable standpoint. Like, I don't mind her sacrificing herself for her sister. I think that's a very powerful moment. For me, it's always ruined because I don't believe how we got there.
Right.
Because it's the birth. It's because birth is scary, and we make birth scary, which is the worst form of the pregnancy trope. It's like, pregnancy will kill you. Even though we have magic and we can do all kinds of healing. Well, we've already covered that. So, like, yes, I like her sacrifice at the end. I like that she gives all of that up for her sister, because ultimately before she never gave anything up for Feyre. She only took
Yeah.
from Feyre. And
Yeah.
so the imagery of her finally giving, even though she's giving a thing she kind of didn't want in the first place, it still feels powerful.
Yeah.
I just wish the lead up was more believable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, how much more powerful is it if she has the baby and then Nesta goes to visit them later and she finds Feyre unresponsive because Feyre had a stroke from postpartum preeclampsia, or she bled out or whatever. And then she has to give up because she has to give up everything for her in that moment, instead of being like, well, we know she's going to die. She's definitely going to die. We're not going to solve it. It's not going to be a solve. We have 10 months to figure it out. It's impossible to figure out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it could have been done a little bit differently. I do really like the end. I'm always like really emotional, and I enjoy the drama of the end and how high stakes it is. And I like that we also get this inclination that there's this other godlike being, and the
Mhm.
mother is somewhere and has
Mhm.
something to do with this.
Yeah.
I
always
I'm
like
not
when gods turn out to be real. I always
Yeah,
like when gods turn out to be real. Yeah.
I do too. I am very drawn to that. I'm like,
Mhm.
please just let their yeah. I do like that we always lose our fucking powers. I'm so glad that she still has her powers. They're just not what they were.
Mhm.
Because I think I'm about to say something. If you have not read all of these books, all 16 of
Spoiler
these
alert.
books, you need to go away. And you have 3
Ye-
seconds to do that.
3,
Aelin losing
2,
her power.
1.
Oop,
Okay. That
Aelin.
wasn't even 3
Nope.
seconds.
I have no time for you. Aelin losing her powers.
It still kills me.
It just, all of them?
Yeah. That
Like,
just
maybe
kills
like a
me.
300-year regeneration rate because you use so much, but all of them? The thing that makes her great? Like, get the fuck out of here. Aelin didn't lose her fucking power. Anyways, so that is, I'm glad that Nesta is who she is by the end of this book, and I do think it's that's a great idea though, Rachel. That would have been a really.
Would have been better.
Yeah. It's fine. Everything's fine. And then, oh my God,
And
it's not fine.
the baby could have been in danger for another reason. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, she simplified it, and the cesarean section thing is, it's like after meeting Irene Towers and then the folks from, yeah, just a lot.
Yeah. That we have one healer and she's like, I don't fucking know, guys. I'm busy
And
all the
Magda's
time. I
like
can't do this research.
Magda's like 3,000 years old
She's
too.
so
Like,
old.
she's really freaking old. They live like 5 or 6,000 years, and she just her not knowing how to cut someone open.
Yeah. When you can put it back in, you should be able to take it out.
Correct.
If you
Like,
can put Cassian's intestines back in, you can do a
All of
C-section.
his insides.
Mhm.
All of his insides were put back.
You can put that back in, you can take it out. That's how that works. And I want to know what Sarah J Maas, I want to know if she believes she is portraying like the women in the library as strong women, or like, I want to know what she is intending us to see when we see the women in the library.
Mm.
Because when you have characters that are in this library because they went through assault, which is totally legitimate, they have a place to go where they feel safe, but then to leave them there for hundreds of years, they haven't processed their trauma. They haven't been given an opportunity to move through any of that. They've literally been hidden away. It
Mhm.
feels like what she feels about Morgan, where she's like, Morgan can't tell anyone for 500 years. It feels the same with like the scale at which she lets people live in trauma. Like, I want to know what
and
she thinks when she's saying that.
I could see you writing that off to their long-lived lives too, because one of the things, if you're that long-lived, there's no rush.
Right.
There is no rush if you have if you live for a millennia.
But yeah, you're right, because I mean, I just see the priestesses in the library as just extremely wounded creatures. They
Yeah.
can't go outside. They're too frightened. They can't do exercise with Cassian because that's too scary. Like, and you see Gwen and you see her progression through it, and you see how amazing she does, like, in the right, and you're so proud of her, but most of the priestesses are too afraid to leave the mountain still.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe it's commentary on what happens when you do live in it like that. I don't know. That's a great point. I think it's not. I think that's another moment where it potentially, like, she has a reason for it, but the depth isn't there to really understand. Because there would be an out. There would be like in a rehab facility or something, like a program like that, there's an out. You're
Yeah.
heading towards something
Yeah,
different.
now we're like these priestesses, they come down here and work in the library all day, but they go off and live in their own apartment
now
at
they
night or
lead.
something.
Now they're leaders in the mountain, or they
Yeah.
go
Or they're
outstairs.
offered counseling services. Like, they're not forced into it, but it's
Yeah.
available. So when you're ready
Yeah.
for it, and if you're never ready for it, fine. But if you
But
are,
it's
here it is.
but it's also like it's a nunnery too. Like, it's also a, like, convent in a way. So I think there's to it. Yeah, I think it could look a little different. And maybe in future books, Gwen's not gone. Like, we're gonna get more. So maybe she's able to world build and expand on that more so that
Yeah.
it does. And 2025 is a very different year than 2015, 2016, 2017,
Right.
2018. And, like, I think because of the way she has so much more access to it, we all do. We all have so much more access to experts on things like that. So hopefully the editors allow her to have some space around there.
Yeah. I just don't like the broken stays broken. That's all.
Yeah.
Like, I want her to give these people a way
But
out.
sometimes broken does stay broken.
And that's okay. But all of them?
Sure.
All of them? Like, if Clotho or whatever, I think her name is Clotho, if she
It
wants
is
to stay
Clotho.
down there forever, like, go off, But
Yeah.
then, like, you provide an opportunity for, like, Gwen's not been down there for very long. So
It's
I
like
can
80
see
years or something. No,
she's been down there since, like, book 1 because she got hurt
Yeah, it's like
during
2
that, like,
Mhm.
off-page thing that happens
Yeah,
where they're looking for
that's
the
right.
feet for the
Yeah, because
cauldron.
Gwen is only 28.
Right.
Which means, and here's my wish list. Kate has her wish about Bryaxis and the
More.
Morrigan.
Yeah, they're a
My
couple.
wish list is that Gwen is Tamlin's biological daughter.
That is a very interesting wish list.
I would
That's
love that for
interesting.
her. And then I also wish, y'all know I want Feyre and Reese's. We've talked about that. Feyre and Reese's kid to be Tam's maid.
But
Yes.
then Gwen inherits
Spring Court.
the spring court.
Well,
like, if Tam
somebody
doesn't make
needs to.
it,
she needs to write her way into understanding why women used to be able to be high lady, meaning they might have inherited the powers, and why for the last however many thousands of years only the men have inherited the powers.
she could put her little jewel on her head and go to town. We could have a whole Gwen book.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
I like Gwen.
she needs to figure out a way to make that, because you don't get to say in House of Flame and Shadow, oh yeah, by the way, we used to have high ladies.
Yeah.
Like real ass high ladies.
Like in charge.
Then make
All
power.
the power.
Then make power inheritable to the chosen one. You got to find a way to make them women get the power, right? Or, like, did they kill them? Did they get killed if they got the power?
Yeah.
Right? So we need to find a way to make that work.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyways,
Sarah.
come on, little Sarah. Sarah Janet, you got this, girl. You take as much time as you want.
Take all the time you need.
Aren't the
All the
next
time you
3
need.
I think the next 3 are at the editors or something. She made an announcement. She was like 6, 7, and 8 are drafted
6,
and off.
7.
6, 7.
Have your kids come home doing that yet?
Only Matt. The kids are like,
Only
stop. And Matt's like 6, 7. And they're like, stop, Dad, please. Just stop.
I love that.
I love it.
Yeah.
Matt's like,
that's so
I'm trying to
funny.
keep up with the youths. Penny's
Thank
like,
you,
Yeah,
Matt.
well, by the time we
Please
know
stop.
about it, it's not cool anymore. I guarantee
No.
you.
Oh, promise.
When we went on the cruise, we all got funny T-shirts, and I got one that's Robert Irwin. You know that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Isabel told me about the when you got your.
I got my middle school math teacher friend.
Perfect.
I got my middle school math teacher friend who has 2 boys a shirt that is the square root of 4,000 something, but the answer is 6, 7. So she can take it.
Nice.
And she said, it made me feel so good. She said, I feel so seen and loved. Because she thought it was going to be like something vulgar or silly. And I was like, no, I wanted you to have something you'd like, silly.
Yeah.
Silly goose.
Silly goose.
Silly goose. But anyways, this book's good. I love this book.
This book
This
makes me
book's
want to
good.
read House of Earth and Blood,
And then
all of them.
Sweet Feyre. No, sweetie, those are for you. They have chocolate.
All the way to
They make-
Flame and Shadow.
Yeah,
I
I've done a reread recently, but I got through halfway through Sky and Breath and like
I'm listening to The Devils right now, Rachel, and it is.
Is that the Abercrombie one?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's about what? Tell me about it.
It's so different from his usual books. It's like dark comedy.
Yeah,
And the
it's
main-
so funny.
It is
The
funny.
main characters are a vampire guy, a necromancer, like a self-important necromancer who's actually not that good at what he does for a while. And then
magician.
a magician. And then a werewolf, Vika Wolf. I love Vika.
Mhm.
She's my favorite.
She's hilarious. My favorite is the elf.
Yes, the elf. Sunny is an
She's
elf.
so helpful.
But the elves are like bad. Like elves
Yeah,
are
elves
cannibals.
are-
They're like evil, feral. Nobody likes the elves. And so she's like, I don't know. I've never met an elf. I'm the only elf I know. And so she's just, but they're all sworn to service to the Pope. And
Who's
so
a little girl. The Pope is a 10-year-old girl.
the Pope is like
Why?
a 10-year-old girl. And so
Also,
they
the
are
savior is a woman, not a man.
right.
So, like
and
the
they're
Messiah.
the chapel. I think they're part of the chapel of expediency or something. So when you need something fixed and it doesn't matter how you fix it, you bring
Yeah.
these people out. And so they're all sentenced to serve the Pope because they're all evil. Because
Mhm.
sometimes evil is what you need to solve the problem. And they
Yeah.
end up having to escort the lost princess to this city. And it's just a
Mhm.
series of, and I love the monk who can't, or not, he's not a monk, but he's like the knight who can't die, but he can get wounded.
Yes.
And so he's
Mhm.
like, he has cumulative like injuries from just centuries of fighting. And so like his hip hurts, his back hurts, and he'll be like, fuck, I don't want to fight again. God damn it.
He's so tired.
It's so good. It was so
Oh,
good.
I'm
that
really
sounds really
enjoying it.
good.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
really
enjoying it.
funny. I like the vampire because he doesn't really do a lot, but every once in a while he has to like bespell people so that
Mhm.
the group can leave. And he always talks about dumplings. He's like, let me tell you about my wife's dumplings. And they're all like,
Yeah.
I love dumplings.
Oh, that sounds good. I actually want to try. That sounds good. Maybe I'd like that. I need to, with his universe, start reading first. I didn't care for the narrator.
Oh my god, that's like my favorite part.
I know, but I think I would be okay once I got into it.
He uses the same
Oh, he
narrator for
does.
this one.
Yeah,
and I was like,
I
yay,
need
because
to
I love him
start-
so much.
I need to start with that book.
But this one is just a single book, so you're not,
It's
having
a
to commit
standalone?
to. It's a standalone.
Oh no,
I
You're
don't
not committing
know.
to a.
He
You think
leaves it
there's gonna
open.
be another one?
I think there'll be
Okay.
another one.
I'm only
But
like halfway through.
yeah, it's
There's
so
only one
tonally
right
different.
now. Yeah.
There's only one right now.
Rach, how did your vampire trilogy go? Did you enjoy the ending of it?
I haven't read the ending yet. It takes me a while.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a read it on the night of. I'm like I gotta be ready because if it's not good, it's gonna ruin everything. So I have to like work myself up to it.
You'll have to get your skin removed. I just read the best book ever. It wasn't fantasy romance. It was No, it wasn't romantic fantasy. It was fantasy with a little bit of romance.
Mm.
And the romance is important to the plot, but it's not a romance story.
Mhm.
But it's called The Raven Scholar. And it's this really, it was just a great world. I really love the MMC. She's so smart. So she wasn't annoying. She was just smart. The only thing she did that was like, come on, girl. She couldn't stand up for herself very well because she was a scholar. But it has this god, like these 10 guardians that are kind of like gods, and I just had a great time. I really enjoyed it. I was so excited.
Good.
And it wasn't spicy at all. They closed the door. I was like, are you sure you want to close the door?
Sure.
You sure about that?
You know what's
fine
funny
with
is when
it.
I get into one of those and I don't realize it's a closed door. Then when they're like, "And fade to black," and they come back, I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know it was one of those."
Yeah.
Oh,
wait.
okay. I
They
feel a
still
little
do
like,
that?
oh,
Cheated.
wow. Okay. I'm fine when it's a big long. Like if I was reading The Devils and they close the door, that's fine. Or if I'm reading another big book and you don't want to
Yeah.
include that, fine. But if I'm reading like one of my like a Kindle Unlimited short romantasy, and I get halfway through it, and
yeah.
yeah, I'm in this for one. I'm only reading this for one thing.
Oh, well, I was reading this because I heard it was good, and it was good. It was a good fantasy book written by a woman. I would even call it high fantasy. What are you doing? You're hungry. It's just a hungry girl. Yeah, hungry girl. But yeah, she sorry. Do you think she likes that?
She appears to.
Oh, Feyre.
I can't help it. She's
I
so
love how
cute.
much
Don't you
like Feyre is.
She
I know.
is very much like Farah.
Don't you think she kind of looks
Can we
like
get drunk and
Dobby too?
A little bit, yeah.
She looks like Dobby too, a little bit. She's very like Feyre. I think she's a
She's like,
Sagittarius.
it's like you and me. That's two.
Two.
Like you and me.
That's what her
two.
voice. That's what
Like
she
you
says
and-
all the time.
My favorite
two.
number 2.
Just like
Two.
two,
Like me
two
and
like
Henry.
Tamlin and me. Yeah.
Oh my
No.
god.
No, you need to. She's not cat girl. She don't like you.
Mm-mm.
Sorry, I can't. I get really overstimulated by how cute she is. But
We didn't even talk about Elaine in this book. Elaine
oh,
shows up to talk
well,
to Nesta.
Elaine. You know, and the one of the bonus chapters in this isn't this the book where Asriel kisses Elaine?
I
It's
thought
like
that
a
was
bonus chapter.
It's a bonus chapter, which
Is that in this one?
He tries to kiss Elaine.
Release
Yeah.
the thruple
Excuse
cut.
me.
yeah,
Stop
Release
it.
the
release the
thruple
thruple
cut.
cut. Yeah, instead of a daydream, release the thruple. And she did. She wrote it as a. She wrote. Did you know? You knew that, right? She wrote a sex scene with Asriel and Cassian, and the editors made her take it out.
Yes, I did know that.
Yeah, Nesta, I mean,
Still
or
mad
Cassian
about it.
mentions it. He's like, we used to share lovers and everything. And I don't know, we've just kind of grown out of that. And I'm like, no, release the thruple cut.
Release it. Maybe it'll be like a Christmas gift in a few years or something.
Yeah.
That's in
But,
book 7.
Yeah.
That's all I want for Christmas.
They're
Is
like,
the
let's just have
thruple-
an orgy. It's fine. We've all
thruple
got
cut.
mates now. They're all sisters. We all know each other. We'll just have
Yeah. What if did she change Elaine's parts too? Because she changed her parts
That's what I was thinking. Oh, so you're going to change Farah's and yours?
and not
Elaine,
Elaine's.
you're on your own. She's got her man. She's got her mate already, and he's not Illyrian. So
I guess they'll have to figure out a way to not kill her during pregnancy.
I guess you can never have sex with Asriel now.
Yeah. Well.
And we did find out the queens have different castles. Did you catch that? They have a shared castle that they're all
Yes.
in, but they're not going back
Yes.
to their own individual castles.
Mhm.
That's part of the plot. So
Yep.
they have like a vacation home that they all share. Like when your one family all owns that house at the beach and you have to figure out
Yeah.
who's going to be there during
Mhm.
whatever weekend.
Yeah.
And then they have their own one.
Yep.
Well,
Their
I'm
own
glad.
castles.
And their own territories.
Yes. Except
Yeah,
not
they-
Prithian. Prithian doesn't have a ruler. Prithian, the
No.
human
The
section.
human
Yeah.
side. South side.
It's
Yeah.
it's like the neutral zone between North and South Korea.
It is a
You
little
know,
bit.
it's just like
They're like, no one wants to be there. That's the
international
island with
waters.
the fairies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know how that negotiation went. You guys want the whole island? You can't have the whole island. This strip is human strip. Well, we're not going to take care of it, but it's human.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I mean, somebody stood their ground. Some human stood their ground.
Yeah.
And
I don't know.
they-
How do we feel about her seducing Emrys? Like, what was the point? Eris, whatever, of that section?
The point was to show us that she was trained to be a courtier and to show us her skill sets and to show us that she is desirable and to make Cassian jealous.
How do we feel
And
about
to
Eris?
try and manipulate Eris. I think Eris and Azriel are boyfriends.
Oh.
I could see that.
I want Azriel to have a boyfriend. And I want Elaine to end up with Lucien.
I want Elaine to end up with Lucien too.
Because Lucian's gonna inherit the day court one day.
Lucian needs not a redemption arc, but like
He needs just an arc.
we all need to stop shitting on Lucian. He faced down a death god.
I want
and
him
he brought somebody back.
The most work. I want Lucian to have his own story. I'm tired of these girls.
He's had no
His fucking sisters.
Yeah. He gets no gratitude. He gets nothing. And I want him to get everything.
He needs some gratitude.
He needs something. After a while,
He
you're
does.
like,
I want him to be with Eris. We need some LGBTQIA plus love. So I think they need to be boyfriends. And I think that
hinting.
And I need Morgan to be a monster fucker, but also a woman. I want Briaxis to be a woman or a man. So I want Briaxis to be back and forth, non-binary.
This is why
or just gender
fluid.
Non-binary means not two. Okay, yeah. Non-binary works. Fluid, gender fluid.
Yeah.
And I want her to be a monster fucker. I want Eris and Azriel to be together. And I want Elaine to maybe not marry anybody. Maybe be a super secret spy. I do think that Elaine's going to be a spy.
That's the best she could honestly hope for in her dreary little existence.
I'm going to laugh if she gets her silver flames. If she gets her silver flames. I don't know at this point if I want to watch Elaine have sex with anybody. I don't know that I do. You'd have to ease me into that. I'm sorry.
That'd be like watching teddy bears have sex. Like that's not sexy to me at all.
Mm-mm.
That'd be like watching a baby deer have sex.
That's like pedophilia then.
Kind of.
Like children.
Yeah, like I'm not interested in that.
No one needs that. I don't mind. I'm rooting for Elaine. She deserves some happiness. I love that she's found baking. She's like a trad wife that needs to be a super secret spy.
A trad wife. She is a bit of a trad wife. I really like gardening and I like baking.
Except for
I like wearing pretty dresses.
And I'm so beautiful. People have a hard time looking at me.
She's
just
pretty.
Full of Venus. She's like all Taurus Libra. She's just Venus till the day she dies. And she deserves to feel some autonomy and she deserves to not be a little pampered bitch. Like she needs to grow some.
Did she move to the Riverside Manor or does she still live at the townhouse?
She lives in the estate. I also love that Feyre they all have individual bedrooms. And I love that Nesta's color is always navy blue because I really like navy blue these days since I'm not supposed to wear black anymore.
I've been going a lot more navy myself.
It's because I'm not supposed to wear black because of my palette. I'm supposed to wear navy. So I feel like my mother. Is navy?
I don't remember.
I can't tell.
It was very early when I got dressed this morning.
Well, this has been an hour and 47 minutes. So
there was a good 15 minutes of chatting at the beginning.
Yeah. I just feel like we have done a great job recovering these. I feel like we're all grown-ups talking about books that we love. I think that Hannah is going to bow out for a little while and live her life with her fated mate.
Yeah, fated mate life.
We'll do some fated matery. And Rachel and I are going to continue reading books that Rachel likes. A lot of books that Rachel has suggested because we owe her that. She said, you have picked so many books. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. That's true. I'm going to read them. Let's read them. I'll read them all. I just got the book that you suggested, Rachel. The Nest.
Someone to build a nest in.
Somebody to build a nest in. So
It's so good. You're
yeah.
gonna
I
like
can't
it.
wait to follow along with you guys and read the books with you guys. I really am. I've loved being a part of this. It's been like what, 2 years?
Well, yeah, and we're going to still talk about you like you're here.
Okay, that's fine.
We're
You
just
can always
you're
hop
just
in if you're like, man, I read that book. I liked it.
and like when we get to reading,
Yeah, let me back when Sarah comes out with a new book.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
Wind and Truth.
And I would love to come back for Wind and Truth because I love that series.
That was I haven't even read Wind and Truth yet. I need to get
I
to
haven't
you read it?
either. I haven't either.
I read it.
It's
pretty
sitting
good.
in my library just waiting to be read.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
I'm
good.
halfway through Someone to Build a Nest in again because I've read it and I'm rereading it because it's so much fun. But you're gonna like it. It's a lot like What You Want Morgan and Bryaxis to Be.
Yeah, Monster
Ooh.
Loves.
And it's really good because it's the monster from the point of view of someone who's not human. So she falls in love with a kind of traumatized character. And so a lot of it is her realizing what behavior is trauma. And she's like, there's a part where she's like, she realizes she fell in love with someone's pain because she fell in love with the part of the person that's actually just her trauma response.
Yeah.
And then she has this thing where she's like, I just need to give her space. I need to let her process her trauma. And then sometime quietly behind her back, I need to eat her mother.
Oh.
Because she's just a monster. And so it's just really good because she's like trying, but she's still a monster. It's still a monster.
Yeah. Yeah, I like
It's good.
monster romances. I read a lot of them.
It's good, but it's not good in like a my soul to keep where like we're going to fuck the monster. It's like this monster is experiencing love for the first time and they're trying to figure out what that means and what that means when you're with somebody and how that makes it different from eating people because she eats people, but she loves this lady. So like, how is that different? And how are those hungers different? Or like they kiss and she's like, I don't really like this because usually when I do this, I'm eating people. So I don't like how this feels. And so she tells her that and she's like, oh, I don't actually like kissing either. We don't have to do that if you don't want to. And she's like, great. There's other ways I would like to express my affection for you. And so they're like working out. It's really good.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, that's really nice. That sounds good. I'm excited. All right. Well, go ahead and hit not record anymore.
Okay.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Is it hot in here or is it just me tuning in to hear these three chatting about fantasy novels of the spicy variety? Not your average book club, if you know what